All right, I'm ready when you are.
Alright. So this is what the page is going to look like when they get it set up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I should be able to use my name if I already have an account?
Yes.
Or I need to create one?
You'll need to create one no matter what. What do you think of the pages and colors so far from what you've seen?
It's not black and white, yeah.
Right, right.
Well, I just got this big screen. And
yeah.
Oh, it's generic. I'm like, this is
the title and
the titles are fine.
Yes.
But the address, I'm like,
yes, that's pulling from their development system, so it's all.
The first selection is my primary salon.
Mm-hmm.
I only go to Shepherdsville when it's like out there and you all need somebody to go.
Right.
Other than that, my second choice is Hurstbourne.
So you feel like it should already know.
If it's going to suggest salons, it seems like it would suggest the ones that I usually go to.
Okay.
Because I know they have that info. Because when I go, they're like, oh, well, see when you went to Hurstbourne, you stayed in for 10 minutes. You want to try 12 today?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So salon that you use. What do you think of the drop-down boxes?
For these questions, especially like the one I'm on right now, I like that.
Would some other way to see that your options be more helpful, or?
Well, if it's somebody that tans, like a white person that tans, I don't know, I guess you could have light brown or dark brown skin, but I don't think of it as brown. When I think brown, I think of a black person. And considering that, like, their lotions are bronzers, and they tell you that the beds have more bronzening in them instead of red, to make you more bronze instead of red.
Okay, so they never use brown anyhow. They usually use bronze or something like that. Okay. That's a good.
Did you expose the area to be treated to the sun? That's an. Your tanning habits. When were you last exposed? Did you expose the area to be treated to the sun? I don't consider it a treatment.
Okay, so the wording.
Yeah. Just treatment, I think of something else. I feel like I'm at the laser center.
Right. It sounds more.
Because that's a question that they're going to ask me when I go in there.
Right.
Have you been in the sun? Your skin will respond well to our sunbeds and sunless booths. Please be sure and take a tour of the city to learn more about your options.
What are you thinking about this page?
It gives you an idea of what beds you can use. I was reading through these to see if I felt like it was right. Sun-sensitive skin sometimes burns, slowly tans to a light brown. Minimal sun-sensitive, burns minimally, always tans to a moderate brown. I guess I could be a type 3. I'm not sun-sensitive, but I'm not one that gets dark.
Right.
I just maintain my tan sticks with me. It doesn't fade fast.
Right. Would it help if you had a numerical scores to know exactly what your number was, so that how close were you to a 4 versus, were you a 17 as a type 3, or were you, a 20, 25, 24, something like that? Yeah,
if it says, you scored, like you said, you scored a 22, which makes you a type 3.
Right.
So my skin type, you're a type 3, score 23 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's where their legal gets them.
I've discovered that not all salons carry the same equipment types. Because last month, I don't remember what it was, I went to the faster beds when they had free tan week.
Oh, right.
I did faster week, and some of them had stand-up booths. I was like, really?
That's
Because
pretty
usually I'm
cool.
used to the stand-up just being the spray tan.
What do you think of the video being there?
I have to watch it first. Like you said, if I'm an existing customer, which I am, I don't see a need for it because you know how their beds are. So you know how you
Our
do
mission
each
at Suntan City
Right.
is to provide the best results to our clients in an impeccably clean environment. At Suntan City, we have 4 tanning bed options for you, plus an awesome sunless booth. When you come in, we're going to find out exactly what your tanning goals are and make the right recommendation for you. Let me take you on a tour. I'll show you all the tanning equipment we have to offer, plus that awesome sunless booth. That way, when you decide what membership or package is going to be best for you, you're well informed. Our fast bed is not only a terrific value, but it's also a great way to slowly build your base tan. Most fast beds,
I see, because that's
the fastest bed delivers 3 to 5 times better results.
Your account is now complete. You have access to all the features and benefits. Take it for a spin. Check into your salon, view wait times, purchase a membership package, or upgrade. I was thinking I could click here. Go down here and click start.
So what do you think about, just as an overview of this page, everything that you see on it, what do you think?
I mean, if this is your favorite salon, I can see where, you know, they put, you know, the location, but I don't see where you would need a map.
Okay.
Because you know where your salon is.
You're right, if it's your favorite.
So you don't need the map. Phone number is helpful and the hours that they're open. Because sometimes I don't know if they close at 10 or 11
Right.
or realize that they even open at 9. So I guess this is telling me that all the beds are available now. Hitting enter didn't seem to work for it. But at least, you know, if mine showed that there was a wait for the tanning beds, and it takes me just as long to get to one as it does another, when I do that search for another salon, I like that it populates several salons for me to look at.
Right.
Because especially probably about this time of day is when they'll start getting busy. And especially during free tan week.
Right.
They're always busy.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least it's showing me that everything's available, you know, all of the beds are available right now at all of the locations that are near to me.
Right.
So.
Why don't we go ahead and purchase a membership? What do you think of this page?
I would like that it gave like the price next to the beds instead of me having to click on the drop down box. You know, it should say, you know, it's $20 a month for this one, $30 for this one, or whatever. Because you already know from being a member what the beds look like, and if not, you had the video before you got this far. So, yeah. Then you know that your month is a calendar month, or is a legitimate calendar month and not a 30-day period. To think, okay, I got to remember I joined on the 27th, so the 27th of every month is going to expire.
Right.
Yeah, so you know if it was like, oh, it's only going to cost you $5 for today,
Mm-hmm.
and that might be what it is. Prorated cost is $24.84, and see, it doesn't say that.
Right.
That might be prorating it for the last few days of this month and for all of next month.
Okay, so a description.
No services are available for this bed.
The answer
Well,
for
it
that
must
one.
be a glitch
Okay.
because
They
all
have-
of the beds are available.
Okay.
And right now, I'm not even at a salon. I'm just purchasing a membership.
Mm-hmm. Right, so it shouldn't.
So it shouldn't do that. It should be
And that was on the faster bed?
faster and fastest. And see, now on the instant, it's $100 a month, but prorated is $13.58. So that one, it does look like it's just for the month. Same way with the sunless, it's half price.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of the multi-bed level. That's different. The dollar amount, I think, changed. Can I go back?
Mhm.
Okay, I did the instant. No, it didn't. $100 and then it's $13.58.
So what do you think about all that? How it's laid out?
That's fine because it's telling me, you know, this is why I came to $13.58.
Mm-hmm.
It's a monthly EFT, so when you purchase this, it's going to come out of your checking account every
Mhm.
month. Of course, the same monthly draw amount is $99.99 plus applicable tax.
Mhm.
So maybe if it said, you know, monthly withdrawal is $120, $99.99 plus $13 in tax or
Right.
whatever. You know, it's letting you know your payment's going to be the first of each month, basically. So it's a different. I want to say maybe it's a different price if you use checking versus a credit card, but I can't remember. I'm going to use a credit card.
You can just put your name in there. Do you usually tab through or do you usually use a mouse?
I usually tab through.
I'm just wondering-
Oh.
I just was wondering, and then I wondered if it's pretty easy for you to find your spot when you're tapping through.
Because like when I was here,
Mm-hmm.
state, when I clicked on it, I did KK
Okay.
because I know that takes me to Kentucky.
That's good.
But yeah, I'm a tabber, so
No, that's
I
good.
hate because clicking with the mouse for each spot takes so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that there's people that do that. Everybody's different on that point.
Does
so.
it highlight when you're to tell you where your place is?
Generally, it does. I don't think this was.
Okay.
No, it did.
Okay.
Maybe.
Semi. Not consistent.
Yeah, because I don't see where my cursor is. And at least it gives you the option to save this card to use for your monthly withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't, you know, it was saying that it's a monthly EFT auto renewing, but it doesn't say you have to agree to monthly withdrawals.
Is that
So.
something that you think you should see up there? Or that having it down there?
It should. Yeah, to me, it should advise you that you're gonna, you know, that you will have a monthly withdrawal from the account. But it's not just like you're going online and you're purchasing this for the rest of the month.
Right, okay.
It should tell you that, you know, you're agreeing into a monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Because this just says monthly one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it says yearly monthly charges are, you know, this amount or something. First or next date of payment kind of tells you,
Mhm.
but some people need things spelled out to them.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, they need to know. Because I know, and at the store when you sign up, they'll tell you
Okay.
that this is what will happen. So, I'm going to go ahead and click purchase.
Sure.
Look, I put in an address and it changed it.
Not even listening to you.
Yeah, because I put in a generic address. I started with 8407, but I put like Hill or something.
Uh-huh.
And so it
That's
changed
funny.
it to Beulah Church. So yeah, if I'd moved and I put in my new info, it kept my old.
Right. Which could be a problem.
Okay, here is your membership agreement. I know that this is wrong because on the previous page, well, it tells me plus taxes,
Mm-hmm.
but on the agreement, it's telling me that my first automatic payment is going to be $99.99.
So the agreement amount is not.
Right? I mean, that's like a $6 difference. I would like it bigger than to scroll through it, but And I don't know if that's your system or if it's their website.
It's the website.
Okay. Because sometimes it'll pop up like in the second window.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bigger window that's just as big as the one you've
So
been
maybe
working
it'll pop
on.
up in the second window.
Now see here, it in the membership agreement, it put the address that I put in there. I agree that I have provided valid photo identification.
You haven't provided any photo.
Identification. It says accounts may be frozen in order to avoid full payment after your required automatic payments have been met. It doesn't tell you if there's a cost to freeze the account. I think they charge you like $5 to put a freeze on your account. So even though I'm not going to use it, I still pay them $5 to keep my coverage or whatever.
There's no mention of that in there.
Yeah, there was no mention of a freeze cost.
Okay. Oh, it didn't take you back directly where you were. It took you to the main.
It took me here, and I thought I clicked on fastest, but instead of going, like, okay, so I got here. Oh, this is 30-day guest pass. That's why. I didn't read it. I was just thinking that that's where it took me. I don't
That's
remember
okay. It
seeing
didn't
that earlier.
return you back to where you had come from.
It's giving me a 30-day guest pass or an annual membership.
Right.
And
neither of which is what you were trying to do to start with.
right. Or, if it is, it makes me think that I can't do a monthly membership, that I can only do a 30-day.
Okay. So what?
So it's either buy a month at a time as a guest, or, because the price is still the same, or pay for a whole year at once.
Okay. If you wanted to see if they still have the monthly options available, where do you think that you'd look for that?
You'd have to go back to the homepage. I was there to purchase something. It says available prepaid memberships, but it says 30-day guests.
Right. It should have all your options.
So, yeah, it shouldn't say guest. It should say monthly.
Right.
Monthly membership instead of 30-day guest pass.
Right.
Because to me, this is like I'm bringing a friend. I think I think if I click on the next one, it should just come up. It shouldn't close. I have to pick it. So yeah, it was different from the first time when I tried and it messed up. Because it doesn't give me a prorated amount. And if I go on to purchase, it actually is a 30 days. It expires 2/26, so it's an exact 30-day item. Instead of being the monthly contract where I would pay the prorated amount. So to me, if I messed up and it does this, I mean, I don't know. If I messed up, I would just be frustrated.
Right.
If it gave me that error, because then I'd be wondering, what was wrong, what info didn't match. But I don't know how much different what I'm getting here is from what would actually be out there.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have an administrator that I would be contacting.
Right.
It would just tell me that there was an error, I guess, and unable to process requests at this time or something.
Right.
But So if I tried to go back to do it, I can't remember now if that's what the button said. Was like try again or something. No, I just X'd out of it. I don't remember.
It just
what I
said
did now.
contact the administrator.
And then I hit the X and closed that.
And then you went back on your.
And so it brought me back up to purchase, or
It went back to the drop down boxes with all the services available. It didn't have anything narrowed down or anything like that. So do you think that what do you think should happen when you get an error like that and you hit back?
I should get the same screen I had previously.
Right. Okay.
And not this one that's showing me now that I can only purchase a 30-day interval and not a monthly interval.
Right.
Because I think, oh, I got this for a month, and I'm going to think that it expires at the end of the month and not in the middle of the month because that's when I first bought it.
Right.
So.
I understand what you're saying. Why don't you go ahead and buy what you're on?
Well, that worked. So it remembered my info when I put the quick pay.
Remembered your incorrect billing address.
Right. But I know when I had to validate it, I didn't sign the right name. It took that. Well, that was simple. We received your payment.
What do you think of that?
I guess if I wanted to print out a receipt because to take with me to the store in case it doesn't update in the computer, that would be fine.
And then it was also sent to your email, so you'd have that.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I just seen where it said click here to print a receipt.
Okay.
I didn't see where it said that it was sending it to my email. Okay, it did say that. You will receive an email as well.
Okay, why don't you go change your address?
And this is just test. It's not going to change anything.
Right.
No, it wants a phone number for me. Cell phone is required. Most people have cell phones, but not everybody has a cell phone.
So it won't let you type it in and then it fix it. It has to be in that format.
Probably so. I didn't try to save it.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I don't know. It should have had my cell phone number because I get text messages.
Okay.
And to me, via email should already be checked because I get email notices from them too.
Okay.
So,
Why don't you go try and purchase some upgrade dollars this time?
and see here, just clicking on my tanning, it looks like I have a monthly membership instead of a 30-day package, which is what I bought. So,
So what we bought earlier should be put under my packages then? Not the monthly.
yeah, because to me, that's misleading. It
Okay.
says that I have a monthly membership. So to me, my coverage is going to be good till the end of the month because I have that monthly coverage,
Right.
not a 30-day. Because it's one of each of their beds and then you're done with it. So maybe that would be the multi-bed level. Club Sun. See, there's the tour. That's cheap. If that's what it is, because it's saying you get 14 sunless, 14 faster, 14 fastest, and 14 instant. Is the way that I'm reading that with the parentheses there.
Okay.
In this package, same price, but with 10 visits to each bed instead of 14.
And I'm not certain if that is something that is just, again, a bug or
Right.
if they've changed,
It's just, to me, that's what this looks like.
I,
And even if it is just a test environment, it needs different prices. So, yeah, and I don't know, I'm just so iffy about the sunless bed.
Yeah.
How about that spray tan? Because you come out orange instead of bronze or tan or, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm. So it does not match what it was saying.
Yeah. It's like I said, I was reading that it's 14 visits.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what this one says. 1 visit to each level and 1 sunless. So that says the same thing. Expires 2/6. I didn't pay attention to the expiration date on the other one. 2/10.
So the dates are.
So what's today's the 27th?
Mm-hmm.
28, 29, 30, 31. So that's what it is. The parenthesis numbers isn't how many visits you get, but how many days you have to use that package.
Ah. Thanks for figuring that out.
Because this one expires on 2/10.
Right.
And this was the one with the 14 in parentheses.
Right.
And the one that had a 10 in parentheses expired on 2/6. Which was 10 days out.
Uh-huh.
And this is 14 days out.
Got it.
But it should, it should say, you know, you have 14 days to use this package or 10 days to use this package.
Right.
Because to me, those numbers like this, you know, it says 1 sessions, the S is in parentheses to show that it's more.
Mm-hmm.
So that number in parentheses after each bed, to me, was saying you get this many visits.
Right.
So, which didn't make sense if you were just going to do a tour of the beds.
Right.
But that's how I read it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't know where it tabbed to.
Thank you on it. I'm excited. Are you expecting to find it under the education tab?
I don't know. I was just looking to see what was there. It has an education tab, and I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So I just clicked on it.
So now that you see what's under there, what do you think about it?
I wouldn't label it education.
Mm-hmm.
I would label it our beds or something like that. Because basically that's what it's going to do is, I mean, it is going to educate you, but basically it's to let you know about their different beds.
Mm-hmm.
So. And we goes my last one. So I guess it's only a 30, it says recent activity, but it only gives 1.
I'm not certain how far back it's going to go.
Easily track all of your tanning activity for consistent results.
So you would expect to see more than one option, or more
than, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it should say, like, you know, view, because it says all.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, all is the complete history.
Right.
Not easily track all of your tanning activity for the last 30 days.
Right. Right.
That was all pretty simple.
Updated your address.
I know I looked at something else and seen where that was updated. It's going to give me 0 results.
What do you think about your options there? Do you expect it to say something else when they don't find?
No. I knew that they didn't have any salons in Alabama. And I'm not exactly sure what part of Tennessee's zip code I just put in, but I like that it, you know, one thing it does to help you locate it because most of the suntan cities are kind of small, so sometimes they can be hard to spot in a shopping center, depending upon where you go. Jason's Deli is going to be a big location. So on the corner of 21st next to Jason's helps, next to Subway. So if you know where Subway is on Hanover Place,
Right.
in the public center. So, okay, it's by the grocery store.
Right, so that's helpful.
Yeah. So yeah, that's help. If you're traveling and you're wanting to find one, that helps you know where it's at.
Right.
Now, it kicked me out. It said that there was an error when I bought that one. Well, it's saying my prepaid, I have an annual Radiance Fast Bed. I guess I still have a membership. I wasn't sure if I still had coverage or not. That's why I hadn't been this month. But now I just bought this 30-day guest pass. But I do know that when we first got on, it was saying that I didn't have a membership. Okay. I didn't say anything about it, but it's like I know that it said I didn't have one. And I believed it because I was thinking at the end of December is when my membership expired. So.
Well, why don't you buy another one? And we can try and go back to the instant membership that you were going to purchase.
Well, it had, let's see if it goes back to the same page. Okay, annual rating, my prepaid memberships, the annual radiance on the Fast Bed, a 30-day guest pass on the Fastest Bed, but up here it says I have a monthly membership on the Instant Bed.
What do you think about that?
I got 3 different tanning packages right now. And I have that because I thought that my true membership was canceled, that I didn't have one. But, with that one aside, I tried to purchase the instant and it had that glitch and said it didn't go through. So I was like, okay, fine. I went back in and then I bought the 30-day guest pass.
Right.
So now I bought the 30-day guest pass and I'm finding out that I've also got the instant bed.
Right. So can you change your monthly membership at all?
Zero freeze dollars.
Do you know what you have to do to get freeze dollars?
No. If you're paying monthly cost.
Right.
So. Okay. I can't go to edit and cancel this one. Prepay membership. This is letting me purchase the membership again, which I don't want to do. I'm realizing that I've got too many memberships, but there's not a way for me to cancel it. If I find what I want, I might use it. Or I'll just wait till I get to the store and see if the store can fix it.
Right.
And be like, I went online and I bought the instant bed and it gave me an error and told me it couldn't process it right now.
Right.
So I bought a 30-day pass on the Fastest Bed. And after I did that, it realized that I had both of them purchased. Is there a way for me to cancel one and get refunded?
Right.
Well, I hit disconnect, but it keeps me here. To me, when I disconnected, I should have gone back to the website. Okay. So chat did pop up in a different window. Because nowhere do they have, if you have questions, you can do a chat. But there's not a contact us button to where you can try call in or send an email. And, you know, when I view my membership, to me, I just got charged $150 or whatever because I bought 2 memberships and only meant to buy one.
Right.
But I didn't think the first one went through, so I bought a second one.
Right.
Okay. So you want me to check in?
Yes, please. What do you think about this screen?
I would be questionable on it. I'd rather wait and select my sunless option once I get there because I might think that, you know, tan, this is light, medium, dark, or darker. You know, I might think that I'm darker than I am, or actually it's usually the other way around. People that have a tan don't think that they're dark.
Right.
So you think that you have a very light tan, so, you know, you see light tinted bronzer. But I don't, you know, and then again, I don't know if this means, you know, my skin tone is light.
Right.
You know, because it says tan color. Is that what color my tan currently is? Or is that what color I want my tan to be? Does it list clear or tinted? Clear will show a delayed tan within 4 to 6 hours. Tinted solutions allow you to walk out of the salon with a glow, providing only temporary color while you actually color deepens.
Does that explain it for you?
It does and it doesn't. Because again, you know, it's like I'm selecting, you know, it sounds like I'm selecting what color tan I want. But then again, you know, and it does say tan color. But, you know, I might be picking medium and my skin's actually darker than I think it is, and medium's not going to do me any good.
Right.
So I think it would be better to choose, you know, to have them help you at the salon.
Pick your colors.
To pick out which colors, because they can look at you and see how deep your tan is to suggest, well, maybe you should use the light one.
Right.
Or, well, you're pretty dark, so you don't want to use the light because it's not going to help you any. You'll want to go up to the medium.
Right.
So, you know, you can go ahead and make a reservation on here. But then again, I mean, I'm not a normal to that bed. So I guess if you're someone who normally double dips, then you know, oh, I'll always get the medium bronzer.
Right.
Or the medium hydrating. You know, if you're not a frequent user of the sunless tan, it's probably better to have the salon suggest which tanning you want.
Right.
Than for you to pick it yourself. So, it says I have multiple packages to choose from. Please select the one you wish to use. My sunless, active memberships and packages, Club Sun monthly, but these aren't. See, I don't even know what I purchased to know what I have to choose from. So I'll do the Sun Club 1 instant. But it's the sunless bed, so I can't use the instant in the sunless bed. Because I think instant is one of their bed types. Okay. Yeah, so if I purchase the monthly Sun Club in the instant bed, I can't choose that as my sunless service.
Right.
It should, for sunless tanning, it should only give me sunless tanning packages that I have available.
Right.
Not all packages that are out there.
Right.
Okay. 1 tan left, upgrade for $20. So I guess it is. I have the instant. Oh no. I have the instant bed. Or the faster, free, fastest, faster, 1 tan left. On this one up here, it sounded like I can upgrade for $20 to make it the sunless. Or I can use this one.
Okay.
Still shows both of the beds available for what I chose. Fast and sunless, which I didn't even purchase packages that covered either one of those. Because I don't think I bought the tour. It's not giving me a charge from where I need to upgrade to use the sunless bed.
What do you think that the way it's laid out works for you, or would you have another way that you could?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this because it's telling I've checked into 2 beds, so it's telling me this is what it's going to cost for the first one, this is what it's going to cost for the second one.
Right.
And if it had told me that I used, upgrade dollars or whatever, sunbed upgrade dollars, sunless upgrade, I'm guessing that it would show me that I used money from there.
Right.
I mean, it says 0 used for the upgrades. So, to me, the way this is set up right now, and I don't know, if it would truly show charges or not, but to me, it looks like, okay, I get to go to both of them, and it's covered under the membership I currently have.
Right.
Because it's not charging me, even though I don't have a sunless.
Right.
And sunless will cost me more off of any of the tanning beds I got. And it stayed at $0 on the receipt once it processed. Now, see, that's, I guess, a helpful hint, because it's not something I tell you at the store, is to not shave 24 hours beforehand. Avoid heavy perfumes and lotions. Most people will go into the tanning bed first.
Right.
And then go to the sunless bed.
Right.
And usually when you go into the tanning bed, you put on a lotion.
Right.
So avoid perspiration.
Right.
Do not shower for 4 to 6 hours. I understand that. That one's for the sunless bed because it's a spray tan. So you don't want to go home and instantly take a shower and wash it off. So, but it may want to tell you, well, it's, okay, some tips for your sunless visit. So it does say it. So maybe a way to cancel a reservation.
Okay.
Back to dashboard. You're currently in line for the instant payment. Okay, I can cancel. So when I went back to the dashboard, are you sure you want to reverse your check-in? Continue.
That's easy.
So yeah, once I read that and found out, oh, I don't want to check in right now because I just shaved and it was going to go up there.
Right.
At least I can cancel it and not do the sunless.
Right.
And now I can check in and just do the faster bed or whatever bed I'm going to do.
A little bit now. What do you think are things that you really found effective about the website as it is?
I think it will be helpful to know how long the wait is and to know that I can check in now. So if it shows me that there's a 30-minute wait, if I check in now, I can grab me some dinner real quick and then go up there and get there in 30 minutes and be able to go right to the bed and not have to sit there or stand there in the lobby and wait a half hour to go to the bed.
Right. What kind of improvements would you suggest? What are things about the website as it is that you just don't find effective at all?
I would rather have a contact button to contact them so that I can email them or call them when I had a problem.
Right.
I don't care much for the live chats. I'd rather call somebody than do the chat. I don't know. I can't think of it. I mean, because it's pretty, to me, this screen, even though it seems generic, it pretty much gives you what you need. It's not overpowering.
Right.
So it's not like you're like, okay, how do I find the tanning bed? How do, okay, I'm not at home. How do I change my bed? How do I find one close to me? Because that's right here.
Right.
You don't remember how long ago it was you tanned to know, okay, did I tan last week or the week before? So should I go for 5 minutes or should I go for 10? It gives you that. I don't really know that I'd look for that on here. But if I guess if I'm checking in on here, I'm still going to have to check in at the store.
Right.
So even though I've like pre-checked in, it's like call ahead seating.
Yeah.
You know, I've called ahead and put my name on the list, but I still got to go up to the desk and let you know I'm here.
Right.
So I'm sure it'll be the same. I'm guessing it would be the same way when I get there. I get there and I go up to the counter and like, oh, you're already checked in for a fast bed.
Right.
We have you ready in number 10.
Right.
You know, I'm still going to have to, you know, put my finger scan. This didn't ask me how long I wanted to tan when I checked into one of the regular beds. Because the sunless tan is sunless tan. Yeah, it's not a set time limit. But for the faster, fastest, instant, it didn't say how long do you want to time. How long is your time going to be or whatever. So it'll make check-in faster if you set ahead of time.
Okay.
You know, because if this is programmed the way I think their computers are programmed, because I've gone in there before and I've asked to go for 20 minutes, and they've told me that the system won't let me, that I can only go for 15, because I haven't been there for a week, and the last time I was there, I was in there for 10.
Right.
And it's been a whole week since I've been there, that I can't go 20.
Okay.
So if this system is anything like what they have at the store, it's going to give me a time frame.
Right.
Up to the longest amount of time I can tan.
Okay, so that would be.
You know, so like when I check in now, faster, check in, double dip, no. You know, again, it's giving me all these. Continue.
Options.
Yeah, so there, I'm checked in. So maybe when it gives me, after the selecting which package I want to choose from, and that didn't make sense to show all of those packages. It should only give you the option of what you own.
Right.
It should say, you know, your tanning time up to 10 minutes or however long it will allow you to tan when you come in today.
Right.
So that you can preset it to say 12 minutes.
Right.
That way you get there, you scan your card, you scan your finger, and they're like, okay, go to 5. Yeah. That was something else that wasn't on here. Because I think on just Suntan City's site, and I could be wrong, it gives you the current promotions. This didn't list the current promotions on it.
It does not have that on there yet, but I'm hoping that that's going to be something that they will add to it.
So when I was making the purchases, you know, it gave me, I can buy upgrade dollars, I can buy packages. It should have lotion options available.
Okay.
Especially if there's a sale.
Okay.
You know, so if JWoww is on sale this month, or you know, Alpha Male or whatever, you know, it should, to me, it should list whatever products are on sale this month on here.
Right.
Somewhere it should.
Whatever's in the tanning room sign that's the promotion's going on now.
Right, especially when I've got all this blank space over here.
Right.
I mean, if I shrink it down, I'm losing stuff off the page. So, yeah, I mean, to have the full page open, there's a lot of white space. So, even though it's their site and they don't need advertisers to pay for it, like you see with, you know, when you sign into Yahoo or Facebook or all that, you've got those ads running on the side pages. So, whatever they have on sale should run on the side page.
That's a good idea, yeah. Definitely. Well, if you don't mind going ahead and filling out the paper evaluation, well, not paper, but it's online for me.